Get it while it's hot. One, two, three, four. How many words is that? One, two, three, four, five. 5 words, Chris, that have never
Five.
been
Yeah.
more intriguing. This is our first live show. Does that excite you?
Feels. Yes, I'm definitely excited. Can you
Yes,
tell?
you seem so pumped, so hyped.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I mean, Get It While It's Hot. It's a show that Chris and I came up with. What is it? Probably about 6 months ago. It was this year, right? Definitely.
That sounds
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I think
because
so.
we both love food, right? Check a
Amen.
box.
Yes.
And I happen to love marketing and the marketing around food. So we created this show to discuss the brilliance, absurdity, and deliciousness of novelty food promotions and marketing. And we've done a series.
Yeah.
We've produced 5, 6 episodes. You can see down below in the description. You can check out the playlist for our other Get It While It's Hot. What are some things that we have showcased, Chris?
It feels like a lot of cereals.
Does
Feels
you
like a
think?
lot of cereals for some
I
fun.
don't know. Well, maybe as a category, cereal did get the most. We did all together cereal, and then
Right.
I did a
I
Lucky
guess we had
Charms marshmallows.
Right. And then we had
Oh, that's
Pop
right.
Tarts that were
Forgot about
cereal
that.
flavored.
Did you know that Fruit
And then
Loops is Froot?
Yeah, is that some Mandela
Mandela
what was it?
effect? I don't
Yes.
know. I think it's more like a legality so that they can be like, that's so no one can sue them for the fact that it's not.
actually fruit.
Oh, it's not fruit. It's not fruit as you know it. It's fruit. It's fruit.
Have you seen a Fruit Loops commercial lately? It looks like the Toucan Sam is now like some. It's like if Adventure Time was like came
Really?
from Japan. Like, yeah, Toucan Sam's now like some young. It's like it's like what was Homer when Homer was the light bulb on The Simpsons when they had the.
Oh my God! No, I
You know
haven't
what I'm
seen
talking
that.
about?
That's wild. It doesn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
but he's still fine on the box. Still regular old Toucan Sam on the
Well,
box, but the commercials
if
he's like
if you
young
check
and hip,
out
and he's like
the
Steven
Get It While
Universe.
It's Hot Fruit Loops Pop Tarts, Chris actually really opens up a can of worms by discovering or asking the question, does Toucan Sam have fingers or not? If you remember, that was a big to-do that on one thing, hugely
Controversial.
controversial. I can't tell you how slammed our inbox got when you cracked open the conspiracy theory of Toucan Sam having fingers or not. So we did those. We also did the KFC donut chicken sandwich. I did that. I went solo on that. You weren't
did
brave
that.
enough.
Lucky you. Yeah, my doctor would not
Yeah,
allow.
I
me.
didn't consult my doctor. I always thinking.
We also did the KFC.
The KFC
log.
Fire Log, very popular by popular request / demand. So you can check that out. A lot of KFC and cereal. That's thus far in this limited series what we've hit. But today, we're not doing either of those, Chris. We're not doing cereal.
Yeah.
We're not doing KFC unless you're surprising me. Are you surprising me with either of those?
Spoiler alert, I'm not surprising you.
That's not a surprise. So, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about companies disguising their identity.
Like secrets. Secrets
Like-
are no fun.
Yeah.
Secrets hurt someone. Yeah.
And who they hurt today? We'll get
We're
to the
gonna
bottom
find
of
out.
that.
So this story today is around our good friend Chuck E. Cheese and Applebees. So during the pandemic and now still, they have been delivering food on like food apps, specifically Grubhub, but other ones, under different names. So I want to actually first I gotta reset my on-screen graphics here. This is the journey of being a producer, live producer. I first want to talk about, do you have any specific childhood memories of Chuck E. Cheese and Applebee's?
Applebee's, no.
No, nothing.
No,
it's just a
no.
void.
I think I've been to like 2.
In your whole
maybe.
life.
I got nothing against them.
In the
Maybe.
last 10 years. Both of them. Both visits.
Yeah, I mean, not that I avoid that sort of casual restaurant
Are you being
by
paid?
any means. I've been to plenty of Outbacks, you know. I've been to plenty of others. Longhorn Steakhouse.
What a terrible
maybe.
list. I've been to plenty of Outback and others. But okay, fine.
Red Lobster.
Yeah.
You know. Chili's used to be my favorite. I would go to Chili's for my birthday.
Okay, so let me tell you something. As a Chili's guy, you're probably going to call heresy on me. But I always felt like Chili's was a ripoff of Applebee's.
And
that's how I felt.
Applebee's would.
I have very fond memories of Applebee's. Now, we both grew up in North Carolina, right? Okay.
Correct. Yes.
I remember I grew up in Cary. You grew up in Charlotte. Cary, I believe, during this time, both cities were growing at this time, right? But Cary, I feel like especially was starting a little bit closer to scratch. And I remember every time a new fast food restaurant would come to town, it would be the jam. Like lying around the block. Like when it wasn't a Golden Corral, it was like Ryan's Steakhouse. You couldn't get...
Yeah, with the yeast rolls.
You couldn't get in there for like a month.
Oh, brother.
You had to like know someone that knew someone to get in there. Okay. And I distinctly remember going to Applebee's on the regular, right? With the family. And it being like luxurious. Like, oh, this is amazing. Now, am I misremembering the Applebee's dining experience? This is a question not only about Applebee's.
You have
probably about Chuck E. Cheese also, but am I just misremembering this or seeing this through a child's eyes? Has it always been this crappy is really my question, and I just didn't know better?
I would have to imagine.
You think?
Yeah. That I don't think luxurious was certain. I mean, maybe you're just using the wrong terminology.
The maitre d' had a handlebar mustache and he would seat you.
Yeah. Garçon, may I have some more boneless buffalo wings?
You're a lobster cracker, sir.
Right. Yeah. I don't think luxury ever has to do with a salad bar.
In the grand cloud for Applebee's and Chuck E. Cheese, I will give you that I would never have ascribed luxury there. But that's what came to my head. So you think it's always been this bad? I went to an Applebee's as an adult in the past, let's just say 3 years, and it was comically bad. Like it's like they were trying for it to be that bad.
Yeah. I don't think I've been to one since, I don't know, maybe college, maybe post.
We went to college together.
Like,
did we have an Applebee's in Boone, North Carolina?
No. Oh, wait. Maybe.
I don't remember. I know I never went to it, like if we did.
We maybe had a Red Robin?
No.
Ruby Tuesday. Ruby Tuesday is what we had.
Where was it?
By the Walmart.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. That's by the Walmart. There may have been an Applebee's nearby.
Blowing Rock.
There may have been.
You know, where they can afford it. Where those... Right. Where there was an Applebee's on every corner. Blowing Rock. So let me ask you about Chuck E. Cheese then. Did you ever go to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid? Okay.
Yes. And I preferred when it was showbiz. Not to sound like a hipster, but Chuck E. Cheese was better when it was showbiz.
Okay, guys, if you're watching this, if you have ever at one point in your life liked Chuck E. Cheese or Applebee's or I'll give you showbiz because of media or not because of acquisition. Hit that like button. I need to know. Hit the like button if you ever went to Chuck E. Cheese and Applebee's and have these fond memories about it. I really got to know. So what else do you remember about showbiz / Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I mean, because I love the arcade. I mean, I loved just being given, like, here's a couple of bucks, here's a couple of quarters, like, yeah, like, shut up and leave me alone, here. You know? Yeah, and I'd be more than happy to do it. My brother and I would run off and go play some skee ball and be bad at that. And go waste our quarters on something else.
And I married someone from New Jersey, and they just, like, skee ball is like a PE course for them, so it's unrealistic. It's crazy.
Like cakewalks were for us in North Carolina, having to do the cakewalk.
Yes, exactly the same.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, and so I feel like I have mixed memories of both fondness and terror of the animatronic bands.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that sort of uncanny valley of the animatronic band always used to frighten me a little bit.
Was there one in particular that was scary?
What member of the band? Band in particular, like, was Rockafire?
Yeah, like, was one of the animals more scary than the other?
No, they all just had that dead look in their eye.
That makes sense. They are, yeah. It does feel that way for sure. So, I don't remember Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I don't remember having many birthdays there. I don't know if it's a factor. You think it would be, but, like, I have a summer birthday. When's your birthday?
Yeah, summer.
So I would typically have pool party, even though I was a husky boy. Embarrassing for the chicks that I was into. But I would have a pool party, order up some Little Caesars, you know, and that was my experience. I don't remember, like, Chuck E. Cheese that much. Obviously, I went to them, but I don't have... I have fonder memories of Applebee's, it seems, than I do of Chuck E. Cheese.
Sounds
which is odd.
Yeah.
But it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So what brings us to this discussion about Chuck E. Cheese and Applebee's? Well, in 1 second here, gonna tell you right now. So Chuck E. Cheese, Applebee's, during the pandemic, they've been delivering food under different names. So if you go on Grubhub and you're like, well, that's weird. It's this place. I never heard of this place. Guess what? It might be Chuck E. Cheese. Might be Applebee's. Do you remember the names, Chris, that they are operating under? Would you like to share the names with the audience?
I don't remember. I definitely remember the Chuck E. Cheese one. This one stuck with because it was Pasqually Pizza and Wings, I think. Pasqually.
Okay, and then the other one, Applebee's, I believe. I don't know why I just closed the article.
It's like neighborhood.
It's like neighborhood wings, pizza and wings.
So they're like tangentially related to what they do. Like, if you're in the know, you're like, oh, that's Applebee's.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
but why Pasqually?
And they're bringing it to my neighborhood. Well, Pasqually, see...
Oh, God. Why do I feel like I'm about to get a dissertation?
I did a deep dive. Dive because I knew, and I told you. I said, I'm pretty sure Pasqually is a member of the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic
You said that, and
band.
I was like, it was such a... I was like, what? Okay, whatever. And then I envision you like Charlie from It's Always Sunny with Pepe Sylvia...
Right.
Connecting the dots.
Strings.
Yeah. So,
Pasqually, not only is he a member of Chuck E. Cheese's band, he is the drummer for Chuck E. Cheese.
That's what you do.
So, you're the
drummer.
Like, okay, me and Pasqually.
Chris.
Yeah. I was like, this guy may have had an influence on me in my childhood.
You didn't even know.
So then I did a deep dive and went to the Chuck E. Cheese fandom Wikipedia. Not only is Pasqually a member of the band and a drummer, he's also a failed stand-up comedian. Why this is part of the lore, I don't know. But according to in the Chucky verse, Pasqually is like the owner of the Chuck E. Cheese franchise.
What?
Like Pasqually runs the restaurant, which he inherited. Pasqually is from Naples, Italy, first of all.
Hold on. Is Pasqually a rat also? Is he a big rat mouse? Like
No. Pasqually is a half-rate Mario brother.
Oh my god.
Like a Mario cousin. Twice removed.
Listen.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine
Italian brothers
imagine
were big
Mario
in the 90s.
if he were
It was a great time to be an Italian brother in the 90s.
The picture I'm looking at is a mustachioed man in an apron and a blue T-shirt.
So,
like he's
wait,
a working.
Hold on,
he's
I
a
have
working.
so many questions. So in the animatronic band, Anima being part of it, was the lead singer was Chuck E. Cheese in the band as the mouse that he did? Pasqually the person play in a band with a mouse?
Yes.
Whoa.
That's right. Yeah,
Animals and humans playing together in a band. There's lessons there. There's lessons there, Chris. All right? With a mouse. Are we going to call Chuck E. Cheese a mouse? Or is he a rat? He's a mouse. Are we going to say mouse?
He doesn't look like a mouse, does he? Looks like a rat.
And by that I don't mean like a snitch for the mafia. I mean he looks like an actual animal rat. Like I feel like he would keep my secrets. You remember
the Mario Brothers TV show that had like Captain Lou as like live action representation?
If it's
of Mario?
wrestling related, I will probably remember that. Yes.
Picture that live Mario Brothers. That's what Pasqually looks like.
So, okay. Let me ask you this question then. Okay.
To me, like I could be Pasqually, quite honestly.
So,
if I shaved this beard and just had the mustache, I'd be Pasqually.
And probably changed into like a undershirt would be my guess is what he wears.
Right? Like a dirty white T-shirt.
So let me ask you this: Chuck E. Cheese, Applebees, different names on these food apps. What does it say to you about their brands?
That they are ashamed of them, I guess.
See, I'm going to go the other way. A surprise other way from Ross Erosion.
Okay.
They may be ashamed. I'm not going to totally disagree. They may be ashamed of their brand. However, first of all, total like inside baseball, like calling it Pasqually's. I kind of want to tip the cap and be like, wow, they went off brand, but somehow on brand.
Right.
Which is
more
wild.
On brand. Because let me say, according to the Chucky lore.
You and the Chucky lore.
Pasqually actually renamed his restaurant. It used to be called Pasqually's until he met a singing mouse by the name of Chuck E. Cheese and then renamed the restaurant after his newfound star. So
okay, if we may, Pasqually's is really going back to the roots.
That's right.
See,
it's a throwback.
So I actually do not think. Okay, it might be ashamed, but I think.
Let me say that.
Go on.
I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in quite some time. I could not say for sure that if you were inside of the building of Chuck E. Cheese, that then the restaurant where you ordered the food may or may not be called like Pasqually's.
Oh, interesting.
You know, like if you got the picture within a Chuck E. Cheese, it might say like, like when you go to a bowling alley.
Like if I go to the mall, but then I go to the Galleria, like the food court, if you will.
Right.
That's interesting.
So I say for sure that the menu at Chuck E. Cheese isn't called Pasqually's Pizza.
I don't know that either. We don't do research on this show, at least not a lot. So I don't know that either. But I will say,
I've tried to go to Chuck E. Cheese for the past 5 years and have been turned away at the door.
well,
But like I'm
that's a different
persistent,
show for a different
constantly
day
turned away.
that I don't know if we're legally allowed to do. But I have very much been championing small businesses pivoting during the pandemic. I feel like, credit where it's due, Chuck E. Cheese and Applebees said, listen, our brand probably can't stack up. The fact that they feel like their brand can't stack up, so they go with an unknown to stack up.
Yeah.
I think there is a certain level of shame there. But I also think there's a certain amount of smarts in doing this.
Yeah, it's clever.
It's clever.
Yeah, it's clever for sure.
It's clever. And I also think, during a pandemic, you're not going to be going to Chuck E. Cheese. You definitely weren't able to go to Applebee's. Maybe now you're at maybe a little bit, whatever. It's still more challenging. It has challenges.
Right.
So, I'm kind of like, I would never think to order definitely from Chuck E. Cheese. You're like, it's an arcade.
Well,
why would I at all?
Right. And so you're saying, right. And I feel like what you're saying is the same thing I'm thinking. It's like Chuck E. Cheese, I get, right? Because it's a kid's restaurant with an arcade.
The
like,
food
you don't
is
think
secondary.
Of it as the kid, as
it's incidental.
Right. It's pizza because kids like. I mean, quite frankly, I've never enjoyed the pizza at Chuck E. Cheese or Pasqually's. But Applebee's I don't get. Applebee's is like, well, you're a restaurant. Why aren't you just delivering under your restaurant name? And
you're right.
I mean, like, maybe we don't all think of Applebee's as to-go food, but like,
no, because I feel like, and maybe it's Chili's, maybe I'm confusing them, but I feel like way pre-pandemic, you were seeing Applebee's and Chili's being like, to go, order it for the family and pick it up.
Yeah.
So I think this is definitely a situation of more shame on Applebee's than on Chuck E. Cheese. Right?
Yeah.
On the shame game, Applebee's has got to be way higher. I'd almost say twice as high as Chuck E. Cheese. I kind of give Chucky a little bit of a tip of the cap and be like, hey, man, like, I get it. Because if you saw Chuck E. Cheese and a food, like, why would you ever? Why? You would never. At least you got a puncher's chance with Pasqually's.
Right. Right. Sounds like real authentic Italian.
I mean, it is very funny, though, to me. It's like, listen, we got a better chance with a completely unknown name than either of these brands we have, I think safely can say, have invested millions upon millions upon millions into.
Right. Right. I mean, with Chuck E. Cheese, you could, with the name change, you might snag a few people who don't have children.
Sure.
Who wouldn't go to a Chuck E. Cheese, would think of Chuck E. Cheese as a place to get to-go food. And they see Pasqually's, they see pizza, they're like, I could go for a pizza, this place is cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's not cheap, I don't know. But, they might be able to snag in a few people who don't know. Applebee's, what's the deal? Applebee's I don't get. Why are they under a different
I wonder if Applebee's... See, there wasn't one on my apps, so I couldn't look it up because there wasn't an Applebee's near me. So I couldn't look it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if the neighborhood bar and wings also offers like the signature dishes that Applebee's offers. Like I wonder, like, they're ripping them off. It's like, like,
right, like, I mean, I guess if it's a limited menu, I mean, it says they're under the name of Neighborhood Wings. So is it just limited to wings?
Mean, probably wings. I would say, and again, I couldn't find it or look it up. If I were a betting man, I'd say wings, mozzarella stick, like their appetizer menu, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Which again, all this just makes me want to go to Chili's and get their appetizer sampler with those Southwest
I'm still
egg
just
rolls.
telling you, I think Chili's is a ripoff of Applebee's, and I'm gonna.
Oh, we're gonna have to have. Like,
it's gonna be the most
think,
boring. Get it while it's hot. If we just go to a Chili's, I just want you to know that. Like, people are not gonna be impressed by that show. So they're like, well, they went to a Chili's. What's the big deal? Unless Chili's does something.
They got an El Presidente margarita and some bottomless chips and salsa.
We're gonna need to get a
What's the
driver.
big deal? And they had a great time and were satisfied.
I have an unrelated, thing that I've learned on the Wikipedia page when I looked at this. Did you know that? Let's hold on. Okay, July 2012. I'm reading this from Wikipedia. The rat mascot. So the rat mascot of Chuck E. Cheese was officially retooled from a rat into a slimmer rock star mouse who plays electric guitar. Now hold on, I'm not done. That's interesting, but not the point. Voice actor Duncan Brannon, who for 19 years had voiced Chuck E. Cheese. There's someone out there whose house has been paid for by Chuck E. Cheese. That's the dream I want for you, Chris, but that's unrelated. Duncan Brannon, was replaced by Jarrett Reddick, the frontman and guitarist for the pop punk band Bowling for Soup. Are you kidding
The guy
me?
from Bowling for Soup.
Why would you
Voices
you literally
Chuck E.
took
Cheese.
bread or breadsticks, whatever, out of this guy's hands. Bowling for Soup had a band. They had money coming in. Man, I can't believe it. I learned that. That was something I learned.
It's a tough game out there.
It is a tough game out there. Oh, man. Well, I have one other thing that I would like to... hold on here. Why? Hold on. I'm having as always, technical difficulties. I have one other thing that we're going to do on this show. Because with Get It While It's Hot, part of it is we got to get it while it's hot. Pasqually's may go away. Right? So...
You know, I'm glad that you wish for me to be the voice of Chuck E. Cheese. I'm wondering, can I be the voice of Pasqually? Can I be Pasqually? What if I'm the new face of Pasqually?
Let's put the feelers out there.
Yeah.
Let's all... Hey, guys, if you're out there watching this and you want Chris to be the voice of Pasqually, hit that like button. We got to get the likes for Chris to be the voice for Pasqually. So... to finish up this show, the moment of truth, I have ordered from Pasqually's. So I'm going to go and get it, and then we're going to get it while it's hot. So, Chris, entertain the folks while I go get it.
Oh, God. I want to talk more about Pasqually's life. Apparently, his parents split. He comes from a divorced household. When his parents left Italy and moved to America, and he attempted to perform live stand-up comedy, but failed at that, which is an interesting tidbit that they decided to make their made-up character bad at comedy. And then he and his sister started Pasqually's restaurant, but then named it after Chuck E. Cheese once Chuck E. Cheese came onto the scene and really stole the show. So it's a pretty interesting story. I'm kind of wishing Pasqually maybe had his own video game a la Mario Brothers. Maybe sort of a Mario Brothers Burger Time mashup, maybe like a Pizza Time type of video game. Could be good. I think I'm going to audition for that. I might get a little green screen and do some motion capture CGI action going of me just with a bunch of ping pong balls taped to myself trying to maybe catch pizzas as they fall.
All right.
Oh, you're back.
What were you saying? Tell me everything. Tell me. Just kidding.
Oh, I just went more into Pasqually's
Oh, you were just reading off of
backstory.
Pasqually's wiki page.
Somewhat, but then I decided that I'm doing a motion capture audition of me for Pasqually in a video game that's sort of a Burger Time Pasqually mashup of me catching pizzas instead of burgers.
We'll make it happen. That's a new Tricycle Creative project. All right. So here's what I did. I didn't order the pizza because I didn't want a whole pizza, but I did order pre-pizza, otherwise known as cheesy bread.
Pizza.
All the elements, and I got some marinara, Pasqually style, right?
Yeah, you got to get that gravy. Yeah.
God, don't ever. All right, so moment of truth. Let's see how the Pasqually's, what is this? Cheesy bread is. Can you really mess up cheesy bread?
You tell me if anyone can. It's Pasqually.
Well, okay, that's 2 with marinara. Okay, so now I gotta try one sans marinara.
A control.
Let me tell you, if you're looking for a bland flavor experience, something that's safe, that's where you want to be.
Something that your kids are at least used to.
They're getting nutrients. This is like some sort of futuristic, like paste full of here's all the things that you need in a day, the nutrients.
You're saying Pasqually's is to cheese bread what Tang is to orange juice?
Yes. Okay. So that's okay. Then I find this. Now, I didn't know this. I literally just opened this up when I went in there. I ordered wings. On the bone wings. Because I felt like that would be the experience. I instead got boneless.
Which is grown-up chicken nuggets. Boneless buffalo wings are just chicken nuggets.
Isn't this part of the experience? You order something, you get something else, whatever.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm jealous that I'm not in the delivery area.
Do you go if you have the option of wings with bone or not bone? What do you do? Just out of curiosity.
I would prefer it without bone, and yet never get it.
I disagree.
It feels like a betrayal.
Firmly bone.
You prefer the bone. I'm not a good carnivore.
Well, your beard doesn't
too
help.
much on the bone. Oh, that's true. I'm just a soft sponge over here.
So I could see how that would be a hot mess. So I mean, I would appreciate and understand if that's what you wanted to do. I also would like to point out, I said blue cheese for dipping. What do you think I got, Chris?
I'm gonna guess you got ranch.
I did get ranch, but if you would have guessed just a thing of mayo, I wouldn't have begrudged you either. I mean, seems about right. All right, so let's try this here.
You're a blue cheese man.
I mean, it's boneless buffalo
serving its purpose.
Yeah, when you get like that craving for buffalo chicken, this would scratch the itch. Not gonna lie. This would, if everywhere else jammed up, if Buffalo Wild Wings is jammed up and you got that craving for buffalo wings and you didn't care how they got to you, bone or not bone, then, or which dipping sauce you have, this would scratch the itch. So,
okay.
So yeah, another successful episode of Get It While It's Hot. My overall assessment, cheesy bread, not anything to write home to Pasqually's mom about, for sure. In Mother Italy, I'm sure. And the
well, they moved, they immigrated, but it's I'll send you the link.
There's a whole there's a whole story of the life story in her paperwork and her when she signed the wall when she got to Ellis Island. Yeah. Got it. Okay, I'll wait for that. And again, on the buffalo wings, it's buffalo chicken. So,
I really want to see his like sepia tone picture of just this cartoon Italian family set against like real Ellis Island.
Okay, but let me riddle you this. What if they get to Ellis Island, they're signing their name, they look down, and there's a rat/mouse. Little do they know that rat/mouse is the father of Chuck E. Cheese, who he will later down the line hitch his wagon to and build his entire career. Right. Did I just blow your mind?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like sliding doors. Ooh. It's really some sort of like, it's kismet.
Yeah, everything's connected, man. Everything's connected. Oh. So this has been Get It While It's Hot. I encourage you to check out our other shows down below. I also ask, give us a subscribe if you enjoyed this. That this channel is really built. What we do on this channel is help you with strategies, tips, and news about digital marketing and business growth. But every once and again, we have a little fun with shows just like this. Get It While It's Hot. So before we leave, Chris, do you have any parting words?
Yeah, look for me in the new live action film, the biopic of Pasqually P. Pie Plate, and I'll be playing the titular role.
You know, when you end something like that, I have no recourse. I mean, you just drop the mic. Just a killer. You're so good on that mic. All right. Well, with that, I encourage you to follow us online at Hello Tricycle. Check out our other Get It While It's Hot episodes down below in the description. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Just do all these things right now. Just get them all out of the way. And we'll see you next time. And until then, I encourage you, as always, to keep pedaling.